Right. Yeah. Right. $100 in my jeans.
What up? And scene. Welcome to the 5-Star Podcast. I'm your host, CEO Josh. This episode is brought to you by Wildest Dreams ENT, www.wildestdreamsent.net, sponsored by Amazon Music. Make sure you stream and download the app. Also powered by Vion. If you're at home or in the club, get you a glass or a bottle with that Vion. I am CEO Josh, your host of the 5-Star Podcast. This is episode 20. We on that big 2020 and that dub edition. What's good? How was your week so far? We're winding down. First week of December, done, gone. Now we're winding down the holidays. Let me know, have you started your Christmas shopping yet? I know I haven't. Shout outs to Kobe and Jula already. You already know. Episode 20. What up? What y'all been into? Honestly, this week is the week. We got a lot coming up this week, and again, I want to reiterate, we're at the Ontario Improv Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tony Rock performing. He's on tour. He also has that special out too, that Rock the Mic special that's on Amazon, Tubi, everywhere you can find. Streaming now. And then also my brother, Walt the Wizard, Walt, he's going to be in Hollywood Improv off Melrose on Sunday. So we got a packed out weekend. Wildest Dreams definitely is going to be in the building. I need a date. You know, who's going to be my date? Hopefully we get to have a beautiful girl next to me. But other than that, what's up? What's been going on? Y'all want big topic or a small topic? Pause. Big topic. It looks like, well, should I go to the front? Not to the front, to the back. Let me know. It looks like United Healthcare CEO has been laid down. Looks like Brian Thompson, United Healthcare CEO, was coming out the hotel 6 in the morning on that day. The masked gunman came in with a silencer, did the thing, and dashed out. Looks like they're saying that the guy was professional. You know what I'm saying? They said when he was squeezing off, the gun jammed. He was able to recoil it fast and get the gun working and still finish off the shots. I think they said a taxi driver was there. He heard about 3 shots. He saw the whole thing. He was shook because he said his car was on, so he thought the guy was going to see him and probably buck at him. But then he said the guy dashed off into an alley, and then motherfucking next thing you know, they said that I guess he jumped on a bike, like one of those e-bikes, and then city bikes, and then dashed off into Central Park. And if you know Central Park, that's crazy. But most of the people saying this is an inside. Shout out to the ginger ale. I think shout out to the people that keep ginger ale in business. I think they're saying that it was a targeted hit because they're saying that the CEO from United Healthcare, his whereabouts was known, and then also people were just saying it was just he was really in and out, and to the point now they're saying he's not even in New York, he's gone. Also, they recovered the bullets. The bullets had a cryptic message on it called "Deny, Defend, and Depose." What does that mean? I don't know. What do you think in the thoughts? Most people say that it just had to be something from the higher ups. Maybe someone was like a multi-billionaire and family member needed a surgery. This is what I think. And maybe something happened with the insurance and basically lost a family member and just took matters into his own hands. Basically, remember that movie John Q? The dad that went on that, he took the hospital for ransom, and because they didn't want to do the surgery for his son, and he didn't have the insurance. So that's what in my head I'm thinking, but on a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking at the end of the day, it's now all the health insurance companies, CEOs took their pictures down off their profiles, and then they also started rewriting the policies. So, what do you think the big change was? Because we all know that the health system was a scam. You know, they basically, whenever it is you go to the doctor for, you're thinking you want to go into a doctor for a place that they want to see you get better, but it's really a place just for profit. You know, if you don't got that insurance, they ain't going to touch you. If you don't got certain things, or, you know, whatever, you got to pay your copay, things like that. There's certain people that's like literally stuck in situations because they just don't have the proper coverage. Or not even that. One of my clients called me earlier. Sometimes they use fear when you go into these dentist offices, especially, and you sitting there in pain, and then they'll give you this whole evaluation, because the first thing they got to do, they're going to give you the x-rays and give you the evaluation, and then all the time when you go to the dentist, they're going to give you this drawn out story about your teeth. No matter what, they may find something wrong. They'll give you this whole sort of thing that your mouth is failing. And then next thing you know, it's all just to charge you. Maybe you'll sign off on a loan for something, or a procedure, things like that. Or even when you go into the doctor and they're charging your insurance a crazy amount for your copay for whatever, and they're just tallying the stuff up on your receipt. We're not taking our time to read. We don't know what some of these words mean when they're putting them on the receipts and things like that in our medical. You know, yeah, we go shopping, we know what we're talking about. You know, if we go to dinner, yeah, we'll look at a receipt, you know, right then and there. Or, you know, if you purchase something. But when you're in a hospital and you're just about to be better or feeling sick, and they just give you that last invoice for you to sign, and your insurance will take care of it, and it should be sky high, like 100,000, 50,000, and then your insurance will be like, oh, well, we can't cover it. Or it could be something like medication. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there could be something to where, like, the medication is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We know the price of living is high. Maybe the person, and I'm thinking just different scenarios, maybe the person had like a grandparent or a great-grandparent or a parent that was on some medication, and you know what? Shit slipped financially, and now they can't afford the medication because due to the insurance or whatever type of loophole there is. But there's always a scenario to where someone is missing out when it comes to the health system, and it's costing people lives. And these people do sit at the top of the chain and make nothing but wealth from it. You know what I'm saying? They're nothing but rich from it. So I think maybe it was a situation like that, especially when the guy had a cryptic code on the bullets, and then they're saying the next day that they found the backpack in Central Park filled with Monopoly money. So that's definitely a message out there. I don't know in the comments, what do you think? Have you had any bad experiences with, like, you know, obviously going to the doctor is not a good experience, but I'm talking about with your billing. Like, you know, I remember other people were, like, coming to light with this, like, getting their stuff, their invoices, and the bill is crazy high, or whatever. If you're trying to get dental work, your bill's going to be crazy high, and then you're in pain, so you're not thinking about logic. You know what I'm saying? You're just thinking about, like, I want to get this pain done. So if you ain't got the cash on hand, which like 90% of the Americans do, then you'll, maybe if you have decent credit, take a loan now. Now you got a loan of high interest on something like a body part, or on a limb, or teeth, or something like that. That's messed up. Or it could be something to where, like, grandparents is on, you know, Social Security, things like that, and they need that medication, and for some reason the insurance is not covering the medication because they raised the price or something like that. And it's like, now this grandparent or person has to die. You know, it's really not fair, because you're going to these hospitals and clinics. Yeah, for the most part, like the nurses and people, they're going to have a kind heart, and the doctors. It's not to say that they're setting you up for failure, but the whole goal is not to get you to get you patched up or just walk out as cheap as possible. It's not that. So if you're thinking you're going to the doctor and it's going to be just for, like, you know what, Cor, I just want to get my pain away and go back home as cheap as possible. No, they're going to help you, but it's going to cost you. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I hope that the policies be more fair. I know we did have tremendous issues with that, and it's starting to really, really come out to the light, especially with this murder. Do y'all think? And then New York is, I think, offering $10,000 for a row. They'll give 10,000. People will spend $10,000, I think, to save him. Like I think if he put up a GoFundMe for something like that, he'll make more. What people would give him than what they're offering to catch him. Like people are. I mean, in certain eyes of the people, they're calling him a hero. You know, they're calling him that, sending that message for what's right. What's that? That movie with the mask and all that. You know what I'm talking about. I'll post it. But it reminds me of that movie where they were trying to do the revolt against the people or whatever like that. And, you know, it was supposed to be like all the people from behind the scenes or whatever like that, trying to like change the, like, you know, normalization of the government, things like that. I'll post the movie. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But other than that, yeah, it's a crazy world out there, especially for CEOs. I'm CEO Josh. Luckily, I'm not in the medical care business, so all my business is fair. We don't got to really worry about no assassination attempts. But other than that, this is the 5-Star Podcast. We're going to slide off to a commercial. This is powered by Amazon Music, along with Vion. If you're in the club at home, grab you a bottle or a glass of that Vion, and we'll be back. Peace.
What up, what up? It's your boy, CEO Josh, host of the 5-Star Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Wildest Dreams ENT. Make sure you visit wildestdreamsent.net. Also, put it in the 5-Star Podcast for 25% off all merch. wildestdreamsent.net. Never in your wildest dreams. Make sure you stay tuned and stay up to date. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you grab the merch. We have the merch dropping next year, 2025, for All-Star Weekend. Make sure you make it for that pop-up. It's going to be insane. Remember, never in your wildest dreams, presented by Amazon Music. And now back to the regular scheduled program.
You know me, you follow me, my brother. We go to the games, you know what I'm saying? I went to about like 8 games this year. My son went to about like 5, 6 of them. Rod came out. He went to one this year. Shout out to my cousin Mozilla. He, follow me on Instagram, CEO Josh24. He actually got me addicted to the games early, since like 2018. Although I've been to games, I've seen Kobe live, I've seen D-Rose live. But he really, really got me addicted. You know what I'm saying? Going to the games, especially when, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different ways you can go to the game as long as you get into the building. But with me personally, like, the floor is fun. You know what I'm saying? Because we was on the floor for LeBron 40th point anniversary. Me and Jay, shout out to Javincio, my son. We both was on the floor. The floor is cool, but you gotta get VIP with the floor. Other than that, you gotta go upstairs to the table. Normally, Mozilla, he already have a booth blocked out. So we either got our own booth or we got our own suite. Suite is dope, but the booth is just better because I like the waitress. I like to order drinks. I know Jay, when he likes it better up there because he get the run. Because I don't know if you've been to the games upstairs, they got the food, the steak, macaroni, cheese, whatever they got that night that they're serving for that game. And then they got the dessert trays, M&M candies, fruits, cheesecake, shit like that. So, you know, the kids obviously love running to the fucking snacks, cakes, they grab everything. And then you get to see the game right then and there. So I'm doing one more game at the end of the year. It was either that between the game or Disney on Ice. Jay chose the game, obviously. So hopefully I get a date to go with us. We're going to go to the last game for the year. And then we got a lot of stuff coming up for January. But that rolls me into the topic. They're saying viewership is down. Now, what I was saying is that I was thinking it's kind of like, you know, like the car theory. When you see a red car, and then that only thing you see is red cars. For some reason, a lot of people were saying that. A lot of people was like, yo, you know, the the game has changed. Maybe because of Steph Curry, because he's so talented that all you see is just 3-point shots from far past the line. And going back and forth, and no one is playing defense anymore. And I sat back and I kind of thought about it, and I was like, yeah, because when you do go to the games, it is a little bit more interaction with the players. But you still got Ja Morant who goes and gets dumb on a dunking, but Ja just released a statement a few days ago that he's not dunking no more. That he talked to D Rose. D Rose made him a man. That was his quote. D Rose made him a man, and basically he's not dunking like that because he's trying to prolong his body for his career, which is smart. But it doesn't seem like, you got to figure out the generation. This is a different generation. This generation is all about hustle. You know what I'm saying? They're the newer generation. This generation that's newer, they want things optimized, and they're going to figure it out quicker. So we're talking about this day and age to where even certain players feel that a 2-point shot from mid-range or long two is a waste of shot. This is how they're thinking because they're just saying if we could just train to take 2 steps back from that 3-point line and just water those, I can get an extra point. My points and stats would be extra up. You know what I'm saying? It's just worth more. So these dudes not even looking at working on perfecting just a jump shot from mid-range anymore. They're looking to bust you from half court, bust you from 40 feet out. Like, that's just the game. It's fancy. It's dope. It racks you up with more points. That's why we start seeing the games like 130. You know what I'm saying? 140. This is that. The games are so high. Shout outs to, what's the name? On Miami Heat. Tyler Hero. He hit 9 threes the other night, a few games ago against the Lakers. And if you look at it, you just see someone go down court, shoot, then they go back, they go down court, shoot, then they go back, they go down court, shoot. So it's like, I get both parts of it. You know what I'm saying? I get the young generation because they want to hustle. They like, look, we don't really got time trying to just work on a jump shot. We're going to go in or just step back, kill you with a 3, get our extra points, kill you in the game, and move on. So, yeah, the viewership is down, and I think that, again, also comes into a court that a lot of players aren't really playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, 9 times out of 10, if you wanted to go see your favorite player, 1 times out of 10, they might not even be playing. The wait list is so long. And then also the refs, too. Like, Ja Morant was just literally standing with his hands up and got called. He caught a technical because he was just so flabbergasted at the call. He just literally stood up like this for the defense. Didn't push in, didn't jump. Stood up. Foul. So now it's like the game is being in the ref's hands. Excuse me. Ginger ale. So I think those are the 3 things that got the views down. What you think in the comments? Are you excited about basketball? I'm still excited. I'm a basketball head. I just feel that we're just so lost in the culture that the new generation is just their hustle is so good and admirable, but we still need like. And then I heard someone else say another thing like basketball is kind of becoming a rich sport. You know what I'm saying? Like the cost to really train the kid to put them through basketball, you have to have a certain type of background. There's no more like hood stories. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Harlem, coming from Compton, coming from Long Beach. Everyone is coming from like a suburbia because the sport is so expensive now. So now you got a whole bunch of expensive kids playing basketball. It's different. I think that we still need to be more innovative. You know, like there's no more. When I was coming up, you had AI crossover. You had sham guards. You know what I'm saying? Certain players invented moves. I feel like there's no more new moves being invented. Like, I want to say Eurostep, but the Eurostep is just new to us. It's been going on in Europe, So I don't know. I think that things could be better. I don't know. I just feel like the refs gotta get better with the calls and let them play a little bit more if it's gonna be physical. I'm not really too mad about the threes. I get what people were saying though, because it's the same type of pattern and frame of play of game, like just running, no defense, shot, running, no defense, shot, running, no defense, shot. Um, but I don't know, my basketball head, and I hope it does get better with viewership. Again, we're gonna go to the game. We got one more game coming up, and hopefully we be able to enjoy it. Other than that, it's Christmas. That leads me to my next topic. You see what I got on? I got my LeBron James. Do you think it's time for the king to retire from the throne? I don't know. What do you think in the comments? My take on it. LeBron was what they said, and I can't be wrong. The stats could be better now or worse. But he was like 0 for 20 for the last game from free throws, and the percentage has been down. They're saying he's not really playing defense. They got eliminated from the cup, the Emirates Cup, whatever like that. He said it didn't really matter. People in the comments was like, "Oh, now it don't matter because you're eliminated." So I don't know. I'm a huge Braun fan. I think that I don't know because Braun is still coming up with 30 points. I don't understand how 30 points can be a signal for retirement. Maybe Braun could go to a better team to where he can do less with less minutes, more stars, and get that one last ring. It might not be here in LA. We got AD. AD is just 50-50. Sometimes we get a good AD, sometimes we get a bad AD. Connect is dope. You know what I'm saying? But we need more of a roster. They saying that we should just probably get rid of LeBron and start with development. Bronny James, he's in there developing. Jerseys is flying off the roof. I want to get me a Bronny James jersey. But I don't know. I don't know. I still don't know how, because LeBron still scores. I get, he's not like Miami Heat LeBron, that comes up and, booyah, and everything is not water, but 30 points, that's a good 30 points. I mean, he's still doing his job. You know what I'm saying? It's not like regardless if the team is losing, I think he's still doing his job, But on the day that LeBron has his last game and he does announce retirement, if it's in the crypto arena, we're going to go stupid. It's going to be stupid. Jam-packed, celebrities out, cars out, models out, fashion out, and we going to go up in LA if LeBron retired. But I don't know. I mean, I think LeBron still got some gas in the tank, but that could be just maybe coming from me as a fan aspect. But I think LeBron can still work and go. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. We're going to roll into another commercial, then get back. I got a few questions from the fans. This is the 5-Star Podcast, episode 20.
What up? What up? It's your boy, CEO Josh, star of the 5-Star Podcast, presented by Wildest Dreams ENT. Bay Area, I'm in your area. All-Star Weekend 2025. We going up Friday. We doing a 5-star dinner gala. I wonder who's going to be my date. Saturday, we going to pop up. We going to do a live taping and a pop-up shop to get that exclusive merch. Sunday, we doing a big watch party for the All-Star game, and then we going to get into some more shenanigans afterwards. Get your tickets now, www.wildestdreamsent.net.
We back. 5-Star Podcast presented by Wildest Dreams, powered by Amazon Music, along with Beyond. If you're at the club or at home, get you a glass or a bottle of that Beyond. Last and final topic. We just wanted to do a quick run through. It's the end of the year. I'm going to spin back with another Christmas episode. We might do something for the season finale for New Year's Eve, so stay tuned on that. Again, this weekend we in Hollywood, Ontario Improv. Then I'm in Hollywood Improv on Melrose on Sunday. Tony Rock, Walt the Wizard. I'm going up with my brothers all weekend. Wildest Dreams ENT. Make sure you're in the building. Beautiful ladies, meet me there. Come out. You know, we have dinner. You told me. Other than that, so I'm getting into the comics. It looks like China from Decatur, Georgia, has a question. She said, "Can sex on the first night lead to a relationship?" Can sex on the first night lead to a relationship? Let's see. Sheesh. Sounds like either you may have had sex or may not have on the first night, or someone is trying to get sex from you on the first night and leave and say you're going to get in a relationship. That's a hard one because, to be honest, you know, it's just different nowadays. Everything is a vibe for me and energy. Lots of people can be judgmental, and I know, yeah, first night, she's a hoe, she's a bop, she's a I get it. But believe it or not, my theory is like, girls that have sex on the first night they run the funness of the underground nightlife. That's the reason why guys get fresh and buy nice clothes and get jewelry and get their car clean and table. It's just for that specific group of girls. That one group of girls, that one friend that they would find that will go on the first night. Those girls are the key to rap careers, the key to acting careers. Those are the girls that actually give inspiration to some of the best art that has ever translated in the world. It's because you never know what a guy is going through, and that one night his fellas drag him out, or his boys drag him out, or it's after work, or whatever it is, and then he ends up getting lucky, and that can maybe save a guy from suicide. I don't know. Some dudes don't get a chance to be with women often. Not actually, that's on average. On average, it's hard for dudes to really be with girls. I don't have a problem. But so that's tricky because you can find a good dude, and I'm talking from a lady's perspective. You can find a good dude and get with him, What I always tell girls, and this is not game from me, or is it? That's the question mark. Is it game or is it? Nah. But I feel you should go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? If you are having fun and the fun is safe, then you should absolutely do what your body tells you to do if the fun is safe. But if you feel unsafe and uncomfortable and things like that, then you should not do anything. But it depends, because you can sleep with a guy on the first night and y'all could be together forever. That could be the first time a guy's ever done that, or you've ever done that. And y'all both ever done that. Y'all could just fall in love, stay together, or y'all can have a kid right after that first night and be stuck together anyway. Or it could be a bad thing. You could maybe catch something and it's like, fuck, now you just put your body and your health in jeopardy just for one night of passion. It just depends, Me personally, I don't got no judgment. I don't got no judgment. If it's night one or night, what I do hate? What I do hate, oh my God, and a lot of girls are guilty for this, even though they're going to say it or not. I hate when a girl be like, oh, it's the first night. We're not gonna fuck. All right, cool, whatever. Like, we're gonna spend the first night. But knowing in the back of her head she want to, we're already there. We're already set up for it. But okay, you just give them the one. Then all right, cool. But we wake up in the morning and then we have sex. So it's like, bro, you waited instead of just day one, you waited to just day two. But just like, bro, if you fuck me on day two, I'm still counting this day one. This is the 5-Star Podcast, but it depends, yo. It just really depends. Because again, you could, potentially have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your first time, out. Now, if this is a girl that always does this shit, then obviously she's a bot. Obviously, But if you guys never did this before, I'm not saying this is just try. I'm just saying, just you gotta know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm, successful. So if you get in the Versace condo or, the Versace penthouse, or if we're at the Four Seasons and, or we may just go to, Mexico, we might fly to a game in Indianapolis, we might go to New York, go grab some food. So, my first dates typically are like for like a few days. You know what I'm saying? My first dates are really like getaways and shit. We might end up in London for our first date, just like hi for lunch, brunch, or whatever. So, of course we gotta cuddle and things. We're gonna be here for 2 days. So that's a bit different. A first date with me is like a first date with me is like someone's vacation. They're not gonna eat 5-star, sleep at the 5-star suite, and then see a bottle pop, sparklers, and then like you gotta stay for like a few days, hopping in Benz trucks and multiple Mercedes. Might stop by the jeweler, grab you something. You never know. So again, first date, smashing me on a first date, you're fine with that. No, I'm joking. But again, just be mindful. And he's like, and then again, if a guy's only after that and he's just being like creepy, obviously you just don't want that. But if it's like some shit to where like it just wasn't planned, but you were going with the flow and it's this, that, and then you know what, y'all went and did something fly and he treated you nice, because you know what I'm saying, if he taking you somewhere fly or whatever like that, go with your flow, but I can say some of the best nights have came from the girls that gave it up on night one. You know how much confidence you just gave that fella? But let me know in the comments what you think. Did I answer the question correctly? Other than that, it's the 5-Star Podcast. We're going to get out of here. We just wanted to come tap in. I got a busy week ahead again. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Ontario Improv, Tony Rock Live, 2 shows. We got like a 7 o'clock show, 9:45 show. I'm most likely going to be at the 9:45 show for both nights. And then Sunday, we're at Hollywood Improv. Well, we're going to be in there. Doors open at 9. Holla at me. 5-Star Podcast. I'm your host, CEO Josh, presented by Wildest ENT, powered by Amazon Music, sponsored by Beyond. If you want to club at home, get your glass down snow. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, CEO Josh24, Wildest _Dreams ENT, and the THE5 _ Podcast. Other than that,
we in the club with the sticks. Taste of codeine on my lips. Trying to get between her hips. You can have it back after this. Dabbing on a VIP couch. Pouring this spade in her mouth. You can bring your friend over here. She can have a little bit too. Ferragamo on her shoes. I like my girl by the tools. 60 on my ring, I'm bougie. Bougie, keep that Thule. Not a rapper from Philly. When I said I brought Lil Uzi.